out again. It's a redskin.
What is up, guys? It is Pretty Ro from Pretty Ro Plans, and I am back with another video. From the title, and the reason I'm pretty sure that you clicked on this video is because I paid my car off 18 months early. Yes, you heard that right. 18 months early. Debt payoff plan, my plan was not to pay my car off until November of 2020, but things changed. I was able to save a little more money and that date got bumped up to June. So as of June 26, 2020, I don't actually remember the time, but I am officially car loan debt free, and it is amazing. It is just a wonderful feeling, and I can't do anything but continuously thank God for all of the accomplishments that I've made this year thus far. And it is only, well, it's August now, but this happened in June. And I'm pretty sure that there will be plenty of more accomplishments to come. So a little bit of a background about the car. I bought my Nissan Altima in November of 2015. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, one of the biggest purchases I've ever made, and I had done it all by myself. If you know me personally, or if you know my friends and my family, they will tell you that growing up, and probably still now, I am spoiled. But the one thing about me is I work hard for every single thing that I have. And my Nissan Altima was the biggest purchase that I had made by myself in my beginning adult career, I guess you can say. So I bought the car at a 1.99 interest rate at the time. I believe I had an 800 credit score, and I want to say the car ended up being about $27,000, and I did a 6-year loan instead of a 5. I wanted my payments to be under $400, and that was the only way to do it. So starting off, when I first purchased my car payment was $378.44. I don't think that I will ever in my life forget that number. And the number has been instilled in my head since I bought my car. But the first year of purchasing my car, instead of paying the $378.44, I rounded it off and I was paying $400 every single month. When I started my home buying process, I cut all ends on the $400 and took it back down to $378.44. I wanted to save every single penny towards my house, and I never bumped it back up. So fast forward to I guess the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019, when I decided I wanted to become debt free. I started with my credit cards. All of my credit cards, there really wasn't a high balance on them, so I started with those. And my last credit card payment was January of 2020. I'll go ahead and link the video up above me of me becoming credit card debt free in January. It's one of my other accomplishments of 2020. So I did not make any additional payments to my car until June. That is a complete surprise, but just to give you a little timeline, January of 2020 was my last credit card payment. So I put a big chunk of change towards my credit card. I want to say maybe almost $2,000, a little less than two. Let's just run it off and say that to pay off my last credit card, it was about $2,000. And what I did to pay off that credit card was I borrowed money from my sinking funds to actually put towards my payments so that I could become credit card debt free faster and I didn't have to pay any more interest in the following months. So in February, I didn't make any extra payments on my car because I had to pay myself back. Once I paid myself back, I'm like, okay, in March, it's on. I'm going to put an additional $450 on my car. That was not the max amount that I could have put, but I no longer wanted to be gazelle intense and paying off debt. I feel like I was stealing joy from myself because every single extra penny that I had, I was putting towards debt. And I became credit card debt free. I wanted to have a little fun. I wanted to live life. I wanted to travel. So I was saving up for trips, saving up for my emergency fund, as well as trying to pay off my car. And that's when I came up with having it paid off by November of 2020. So in March, the coronavirus happened. I don't make any debt payments until the end of the month. So at the end of March, we had started working from home. I was seeing posts of people being laid off, people hours getting cut, people's pay getting reduced. And it honestly frightened me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen with my job. There are 2 staff accountants in my company, me and another person, and if they were to lay someone off, I honestly think that it would be me because she's of more seniority. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna stop the debt payment and we're just gonna save, because I didn't want to be put in a predicament where I lose my job and I couldn't survive. I think at the time I only had $2,000 in my emergency fund, which would honestly get me nowhere. My rent is $825 a month, so that's a big chunk of change right there. So March, April, May, I decided to save. Every single trip that got canceled, anything that I had saved, I put it in my savings account. I received a refund from one of the trips that I had already paid for, and once I received that refund back, I threw it in my savings. And also my stimulus check. So as much as I wanted to buy things and spend money, I'm like, I have goals that I need to reach, so I'm just going to throw my stimulus check in my savings account. So between my stimulus check, the money I saved for trips and refunds, that was about $2,500 of the $8,000 towards my car. So the rest of the money to pay off my car note came from my actual paychecks. The reason I decided to pay off my car in June, so the general manager of my company held he sent us a recording, you know, talking about the coronavirus, safety precautions, pay, bonuses, and things of that sort, and you know, what will happen with our jobs. And in that video, he assured us that there would be no layoffs in the company. And at that time, I'm like, okay, no layoffs. If I pay off my car, I'll still be okay. I'll still have my job. So I went ahead and I ran my numbers and I made the decision, I want to say at the beginning of June, I made the decision to completely pay off my car note. So on June 26th, I made a payment of $6,411.92. And I can show you guys right here if it wants to focus. No focus. There we go. So I made that payment on June 26th, and that considered me car note debt free. So honestly, as of June 26th, I am completely consumer debt free. I paid off all of my credit cards. I paid off my car note. The only debt that I have are student loans and my mortgage. And my mortgage, I am not even going to attempt to pay that off early, not right now anyways. But my student loans, I still owe $15,467. I honestly don't know how I am going to go about that going forward. As of right now, I am focusing more on savings, because if you watched my Where Have I Been video, I've been pregnant. So I've just been trying to save for the baby, for anything that she needs, anything that I may need throughout, you know, the pregnancy, saving for when it's time for me to go on maternity leave, because I'll only be getting 60% of my paycheck. I did the numbers and I honestly can live off 60% of my paycheck extremely comfortably, which is a blessing. So that is all that I have for now. I am credit card debt free. I am car note debt free. I'll be tackling student loans sooner or later. Who knows when. I am not impressed about paying those off right now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.